Geraldine Kelley was an ordinary woman who lived a normal life. Well, that's the story everyone believed till she was on her deathbed. The revelation of secrets hidden by this woman shocked the entire world. It all started with the death of this man you see right now on your screen. Why did Kelley kill her husband? How did she hide the body of her husband for more than a decade to friends and family? The love story of Geraldine and John Kelley started in Somerville, where they grew up. The couple fell madly in love at a young age and later on got married to each other. Life was pretty tough as the neighborhood they lived in was not posh at all. They had to live a basic life and worry about meeting both ends together. In 1970, Geraldine gave birth to the first child of the family, and then within a year, she got pregnant again. The firstborn was a daughter. The secondborn was a son. Even after having children, the marriage life of the couple didn't improve. Almost every night they used to fight with each other. It was like two enemies got married to each other. They were struggling to hold their marriage together. If you liked the video so far, do hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Geraldine disapproved of John's drinking habits and was worried about his health and the money he wastes on alcohol. As they have children, she has to think of their future. John's drinking habits didn't change even after several fights. One day, the couple had to attend a wedding. As usual, they reached the venue after arguing with each other. Geraldine's brother was also present at the wedding. It was an intimate wedding with close family members and friends. John wanted to celebrate and started drinking. As the alcohol hit him, his behavior changed completely. He started fighting with Geraldine's brother and two other men who were at the wedding. The fight got ugly, and the wedding was ruined by them. As Geraldine knows the behavior of John, she didn't expect him to be a gentleman. But what shocked her the most was the death of her brother. In the fight between John and the three men, Geraldine's brother drops dead to the ground. The death of her brother changed the family situation. The in-laws of John and his wife were emotionally and mentally distanced from him, as they couldn't accept the fact that it was John's drinking problem that led to all of this. He wanted to move away from his family in the neighborhood. Geraldine didn't have any opinions, as she didn't fully recover from the shock of her brother's death. John took his family to California, where he worked as a plumber in a motel. Geraldine got to work at the front desk of the motel. They worked there for a long time. Their kids grew up and moved away from them, as they were tired of seeing their parents fight every day. They didn't keep much contact with their parents. Geraldine and John continued working there and fighting with each other. In 1992, the owners of the motel were concerned about the repeated absence of John. He was nowhere to be found. None of the work was getting done as well. The owners grew curious and decided to find John. They approached Geraldine and inquired about him. She conveyed to them that John died in a car accident on his way to the next town. The event was unfortunate, and Geraldine cried her eyes out. The children and the rest of the family were informed of John's death. Geraldine spent the next 6 years looking after the motel. She was capable enough to handle the authority given to her carefully. She did her job for the next 6 years, and then she had this thought to move back to her hometown. She packed her bags and moved to Somerville. Her health weakened at that time. She was having breast cancer and reached the final stage. Her daughter, who left them after attaining majority, came to visit her. It was at this time Geraldine made the shocking deathbed confession to her daughter. The family life of the couple was at a standstill, and she couldn't tolerate his torture anymore. One day, she shot him in the head and killed him. She chopped his body and stored it inside a freezer. She shipped it to her hometown. Before the daughter could find the reason behind this murder, Geraldine died of cancer. She hid the body for several years from everyone. The discovery of John's body sends a shiver down everyone's spine. Do you think she killed her husband alone? Did she receive help from anyone to store the body? Let us know in the comments and subscribe to our channel.